Hi, this is Joe Eber. Number of students have asked me, where does your weight go on your feet, on the bottom of your feet, when you're standing, when you're moving, and so on? Where does the weight go in the foot? Well, to me, that's the wrong question, okay? It's not where the weight is on the foot because if you're moving, it's very hard to feel. Is it in the middle? Is it towards the front? Is it towards the back? Does it change? It's always changing depending on what you're doing. Okay? So just like when you do a bow stance, a bow and arrow stance, which we say 70%, 30%, 70 forward, 30 back. How do you know what 70 or 30 is? Maybe it's 65. Maybe it's 75. Okay? So that's not really, it's a nice guideline to go by, but it doesn't have to be precise. It's more of a feeling in that posture. So the same thing with your feet. Okay? Where does your weight go? Well, it's not where the weight is on the feet, it's how the feet feel. Okay? Let me explain what I mean. Imagine that my palm is the foot, is your foot, my foot, okay? The bottom of your feet should always have a hollow inside, okay? And you can go along with me, try it out. So for example, if you flatten your foot and press it down, there's no hollow. How does your foot feel? I feel tension in my feet when I do that. But when I put a hollow in my feet, it's relaxed, okay? So when we step with our feet, we want to have a hollow under our foot. It's not a big hollow. Our palm, our hands can do a big hollow. Our feet, it's a minor hollow. But nevertheless, it's a hollow. Your feet, like your palm, should feel soft. Okay? So in other words, when I do this, my palm feels hard. But when I do this, my palm feels soft, relaxed. Okay? So your feet should always be soft. Your toes should touch the floor. Okay? If your toes are up, this is tight, the balance is shifted to the back, it's towards your heel. So you always want to have your toes touch the floor. Okay? And you can try this actually with the palm of your hand. If you do this, flatten your hand this way. Feel where your energy is. It's either blocked or it's dispersing out. Relax and have a hollow and as if your toes are touching the floor. You'll feel the energy in your palm. Same thing with your foot. When your foot is relaxed, there's a hollow and your toes are touching the floor. The energy is under the foot. But when you press down with your foot, you're dispersing the energy out. Some people believe that if you press your foot into the floor, that's how you root. No, that's absolutely wrong. When you press your foot into the floor, you're actually pushing against the floor, creating tension in your foot that doesn't allow you to sink. Rooting is sinking into the floor, letting go into the floor. Okay? So, when you stand in various postures, and let me adjust the camera here. So, for example, okay, let me just lower this a bit. Bear with me. So, if I'm standing pretty much upright, my knees are slightly bent, then my weight goes straight down and more towards the middle of my foot. Okay? But when I sit lower and I go back, my weight is going towards my heel. So it changes. But as I said, that's the wrong way to look at it. As long as my feet are relaxed and they have an arch or a hollow underneath them and the toes are touching, the weight feels like it's evenly distributed. Okay? If at any time you feel like your foot is stiffening, something is wrong. So for example, if I go forward to the ball of the foot, I begin to feel a tensing in my leg. Not only my leg, but also in the muscles of my quads. Okay? If I go too far forward and I'm putting pressure on my toes, then I'm gripping too much. Okay, so I have to back off. So, as we were talking before about bow and arrow stance, 70-30, how do you know where 70-30 is? Feel your feet. Are both feet have hollows, soft, touch the floor? If I'm too far, now my toes, the weight is on my toes and my toes are too tight, too much weight. If I'm here, too much weight in here. So, relax. Now, even when your weight goes back, okay, your foot should remain soft, hollow, as if it's sinking into the ground. But if I push down, no, it doesn't work. It tightens up. There's tension. I'm fighting myself, okay? So, when you start to do your form, relax your feet, the bottom of your feet. Make a hollow. Touch the floor with your toes. Do this and your stance will always be right. So try this. I think you'll find it very, very productive. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.